Hi, I'm Meredith Best, artist and educator. I live in Averill Park, New York, with my partner and our two sons. In 2016, I created a comic book graphic novel called Solar Power Girl. The book is now available at the Albany Institute gift shop, and half of the proceeds go to the Albany Institute. In 2015 and 16, I was teaching AP art. The students were required to create a series of 10 to 12 artworks, drawings, paintings, photos, sculptures, etc. So I was so inspired by these students, I decided to challenge myself and create a series also. I was looking at figurative Renaissance paintings at the time that I loved, and I was using their compositions in my own paintings. This is a form of appropriation art. I was also looking at figurative photos that I was particularly drawn to. At the same time, I was very interested in solar energy and had been for years, and I continue to be. Somehow, through the creative process, the figurative paintings and solar energy came together in my brain. And then all my paintings and figures were covered with solar panels. Solar Power Girl was born, and I wrote a story to go along with the paintings. A well-known artist saw my website of paintings and story. He liked it and suggested it should be a comic book, so I set out to make the paintings into a comic book. I simplified the images and I simplified the colors, making most of the pages 2 or 3 colors. We went to a couple Comic Cons in 2016 and 2017. It was tons of fun, and my kids adored it. I had a lot of comic books. It occurred to me to cut them up and put them together on the wall. Then I decided to paint a large image on all of these pages that were on the wall. I called it Recycled Ridiculous. My style of drawing characters had changed from realistic proportions like the Renaissance paintings to a more cartoony look, probably another influence of my students, this time game design, cartooning, and animation students. Also, probably the influence of other artists like street artists, Jeff Koons, and Takashi Murakami. I was adding 3D elements to my paintings to activate the surfaces. That brings us to protesters, the painting here at the Albany Institute. We're all familiar with protests today in 2020, from television, or from our own experiences. In September and October of 2019, there were climate change protests all over the world, including the US, and I was so impressed by the participation of so many young people. Then all the protests for Black Lives Matter in the US have been very powerful, and our family participated in both climate and Black Lives Matter protests. Solar Power Girl is present in all of these people who peacefully protest and fight for the things they care about. Their energy and activism is the action I wanted to put into the paintings. Energy that will keep the earth cool enough and keep humanity tolerant enough so we can survive here. Painting and creating is a need for me. Once I have an idea, I have to create it, whether it is a painting, a sculpture, or a book. I only hope that other people get some energy back from these works. So Solar Power Girl will continue to rise up, taking various forms to tell the stories of people, the earth, and their struggles. Thank you for listening.